Hello, my name is Emma and I'm a musician and multimedia artist, and today I'm going to create an ambient soundscape using field recordings, synthesizers, and my voice. And so first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a walk to record my environment and surroundings in my local neighborhood. And in order to record the sounds, I'm going to need to have something that records audio. And so one of the easiest, most convenient things that you can use is your phone. You can just use the voice memo app to record audio, and what's nice about this is that it's really convenient, really easy, because I usually have my phone with me wherever I go. So if I'm on a hike or if I'm walking around in town and I hear something that sounds really interesting, I can just immediately start to record. So I very frequently use my phone to record things, and I use those recordings in my music. But today I'm going to use my field recorder, and what's nice about this is that if you want like a higher quality of the sound, and if you want to pick up more details in the sound, you can really hear all those details with something like a field recorder. So today I'm going to use this. So I live in the Southern California high desert, and I'm just going to take a walk around my block, my neighborhood, and then I'm just going to go walk behind the open field behind my house. Alright, so I just went on my walk and I recorded a couple different things. At the beginning I heard some construction happening from a couple houses down from me, and so I recorded those construction beeping sounds, and I also recorded myself walking, and I could hear my footsteps on the paved road, and then also I walked onto the sand and the gravel in the open area behind my house, and so I can also hear my footsteps along the sand, which made a really nice texture, and I really liked that. I also recorded myself kind of interacting with my environment, so I was touching some of the plants and also touching the sand, and I like doing that because you get really interesting textures, and it's really fun because everyone interacts in a different way, and will, touch and move things in different ways, and they all sound different. So that's what I did. I also like to just kind of be still and record sounds without me being as involved, but those are some fun ways that you can get interesting textures with your field recordings. Alright, so now that I have the field recordings, I can use an audio software program to further edit them. And you can use a program like Audacity. That one's free and easy to use. Or you can use something like Ableton, which is what I use, and that one they have a free version that you can use called Ableton Live Lite. And with those programs, you can chop up your field recordings. If there's only like a certain part that you like and you want to just use that, you can chop it up. You can create a rhythm out of it by chopping it up and kind of repeating sounds. You can also speed up the sounds or slow them down, add effects of any kind. So there's a lot you can do with them to kind of make them or turn them into something else completely. But today I'm just going to use the raw field recordings, so I really didn't do anything to them. I just want to use them the way that they are, and I really like to do that in my music because it's very organic sounding, just to hear kind of the natural flow of events that I recorded. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put in my recordings into my hardware devices. If you have any type of sample playback, you can use that. You can also use whatever device you recorded on. You can get the output from your phone and just send them into hardware and add effects and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm just going to play back the raw recordings, and I have some effects with my gear that I'm going to use to create the soundscape. Alright, so this is my setup that I'm going to be using to create the ambient soundscape. I have a synthesizer here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it to create melodies, and I have a looper, and I'm going to use the looper to loop the sounds and the melodies that I play so that they're repeating. And here I have a modular synth. And what's nice about this is that I have different components here, and they're all kind of customizable depending on the components that you want to use. And so today I have the field recordings put here, which is going to just play back the samples, and I have some effects that I can use with them. And so I'll show you. I have the field recordings. So I have the field recordings, and I can kind of flip through them, the different ones. So they're very textural. And I can add some reverb sounds, some effects, delay and reverb. And I can also filter the sound. Like the highs and the lows. I can filter them. Alright, so that is what I'm going to be using to create this ambient soundscape. And you can use any type of synthesizer or any type of instrument you have, and you can add field recording, so it doesn't have to be like this.